close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
Ok, bonjour. Bon, ok, c'est bon. Hop, hop. Tais-toi, 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 tais-toi. Hop, hop, hop. Ouah, il y a plein de trucs. Déjà, le son. D'accord. Ah, faut que je clique dessus. J'ai un SSD de 1 Tera juste pour Genshin Honkai, donc bon. J'ai de la place. Ah, vitrine de mode. Donc c'est pour les skins, ok. Bon, celui-là, il l'avait donné. Ça récupère. Donc il y a la mission pionnière à faire. Il y a un événement. Ça doit être l'Élysée mystérieuse. Un cône de lumière. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? De l'harmonie. Augmente l'attaque du porteur de 16%. Lorsque le porteur utilise sa compétence. Ok. C'est juste un... J'ai pas fermé la porte. C'est juste un gros boost d'attaque. Très bien. Démonstration de personnage, je veux tester Easy Lance. Je vais aller fermer la porte parce que ça m'énervait. Donc je vais la caler. Oh, c'est pas con. Non mais en plus ils la mettent exactement dans la team que je veux faire. C'est quoi ce mob là? Non, non, pas de x2. Ok, c'est un peu comme des mobs de l'essaim. Bon, voyons l'outil d'Isilence. Wow. Ah oui, ça proc plein de... Ok. Ça proc plein d'effets sur la durée. Mais malgré tout, je... Encore un bot. J'arrive pas à me dire... Oh, putain, elle est OP. J'ai pas l'impression que... Le Battle Pass à activer. Voilà, les souhaits. Les sauts hyperespace. Ah, il y a les essais de personnages ici. Ok. Bon. On va consulter le résumé de l'histoire.
Rapidly falling into the path of destruction. The Lord Ravager would soon complete its evolution to tackle the crisis together. I stayed behind in Amphorius as an informant, while Dan Heng returned to the Express as planned to seek help. On top of that, Screwlum informed us that however, the current priority was the Era Nova. I quickly arrived at the Vortex of Genesis and met with Finan. The
Era Nova ritual was supposed to proceed smoothly under the guidance of Lygus. But the appearance of the Flame Reaver, we struck down the enemy's mask, only to discover that his face was identical to Finan's. When his body was pierced by the ceremonial blade, a flood of memories surged. It turned out that all of us were trapped in the eternal recurrences created by Finan and Cyréne. And the Flame Reaver was Finan himself, who had burned out after bearing countless core flames. There, the eternal recurrences had already played out. 33,550,336 times. And this final cycle, I promised Finan to take on the title of Deliverer and save the world in his stead, while he would fulfill the wishes of the countless versions of himself, tear the sky asunder, and thus, with Finan's help, time in Amphorius reset once more. But I became lost in the chaotic flow of time. At the critical moment, Mem, who had regained all her memories.
Ok.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while longer? Hello. Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. Maybe I'm both? Just kidding. If I had to choose, then I'm probably closer to the latter. It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. But when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can't remember what happened in those 30 million cycles, but I remember what you did for this world. Like, didn't you wish for me to turn into a pretty girl back at the Grove? Hey, everything about you is good, friend. That's why I'll remember all of it. There's so much I want to say, but unfortunately, this isn't the time to reminisce. With the memories of the previous flame chase still intact, we've returned to this place at the beginning of time, so we can carry out our promise to Finan. The descent of Iron Tomb may be looming over the horizon, but we still have a chance to change everything. Mydei Silicii is so quiet. In Cyrene's memories, she always sits alone by the lake, gently swaying on the swing, like she's waiting for someone. Yes, Finan too embarked on his journey because of this view. He then walked alone for more than 30 minutes. Thankfully, you arrived during his long wait. Is that also why Cyréne did what she did? It sounds weird, doesn't it? It's something that happened to me, but I'm talking as if I'm an but that's just what those memories are like. Vague and unclear, as if encased in thick ice. The only things that Amphorius will follow
Souvenir coincé sous la glace.
of destruction after the next Era Nova. But those stories went out of fashion ages ago. In a proper romantic epic, the hero's supposed to foil the villain's plot, right? That's right. He's the mastermind who's trying to control everything. But I still feel a bit anxious. Lygus chose to walk into the spotlight and reveal everything, which means he still thinks the current situation. Maybe he still has an ace up his sleeve. Think about it. Even the name Lycurgus is a fake one. We have no idea who or what. Which means it's probably time to borrow that treasure you're carrying. Yep, that Intellitron friend did say, when required, it can also serve as a... Id Silicii is a little village enclosed by time. We might be able to contact the... Why don't we give it a try? We should at least tell our friends from beyond the sky that you're still in one piece. Firstly, we need to find a well-hidden spot.
On le fait à la taille de Yacine à peu près.
It's super quiet here. Sounds can't get back in Cyrene's memories. This room was her secret base. No one noticed her practicing Orynyx's prayer here, or trying to speak with the gods in... But today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact unreachable gods, but humans from other worlds. Real people. I'm prepared to witness that miracle, friend.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to... I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Dawn hung on March 7th.
Signal strength, 14.8%. Dialogue window, 16 minutes 22 seconds. Prerequisite, no external interferences. We are very glad to learn that you're safe.
Pity. Now's not the time to celebrate. Having two geniuses standing here means you are in big trouble. Listen up, little one. The Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead. It's the real Nanook.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphorius, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segment, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of Era Nova, seeking a solution that could obliterate the erudition. For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now restarted. Prediction. If effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy the entire path of erudition.
The possibilities are endless. Breaking down interstellar communications, destroying the synesthesia beacons, returning cosmic civilizations to the Dark Ages, or even starting the third anti-organic war. Any of it would be able to bring the cause. Simply put, it will tilt all sciences and technologies towards the destruction. And since Nanook glanced at this place, it means they are being dead serious. Based on info provided by the IPC, Iron Tomb probably isn't like Selenova or Zephyro, who are overlords ascended from human beings. Instead, Iron Tomb is an algorithmic sequence that can be anywhere, as long as there is
Donc c'est Lygus.
The version of Iron Tomb hiding in Amphorius is its source code, and this scepter is its incubator. Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98% completion already.
Something in the shadows has been driving everything forward. It's the observer named Lygus. Speculation. He's the Scepter System's administrator.
He wants Iron Tomb to break through the knowledge singularity. I don't know why he wants to do it, but but he'll remove interferences at any cost. You're the only variable within this world, and you're the only thing he... So listen closely, little one. The speed of time is different in Amphorius compared to the outside. Destruction is just about to arrive, but you can still play Deliverer one last time. The cycles have already been broken. You've entered what is theoretically the last cycle Amphorius will ever be able to run. An iron tomb will break out of its prison as soon as the process of Genesis is triggered once more. But now there's an abnormality within the experiment. You know what I'm talking about. One of the model's 12 factors. That is one of the 12 demigods. Destroyed himself using the power of the destruction. Fine and Signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World-Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. Yet it's the factor directly related to the process. That old Intellitron will definitely do all he can to debug this error. So you have to take this chance to claim Kepfali's core flame. Don't let him have his way. The key to suppressing Iron Tomb lies in whether he can rewrite...
There's one more preparation we must make. Lygus's behavior has been quite abnormal. He's never interfered in the actions of Titans or the demigods throughout the whole experiment. Deduction. The Scepter has an extremely strict autonomous protocol, restricting even its administrator. In Amphorius, this ultimate protocol goes by another name, the Law Titan, Talanton.
Law. They are the rules that restrain all things in Amphorius, and it was the core flame returned at the very beginning of the last flame chase journey.
Why do you have another little pink one next to you? Huh? Her path chart is...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find law. You can either meet the Titan, convince the demigod, or take the core flame by force. It doesn't matter what you do, so long as you bend it to your favor. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hung got inside this world, so influencing protocol is currently our best way to stop Lygus, or to call for more reinforcements into this fight. Once you've got law in your hands, we'll discuss our next steps. Make sure the core flame doesn't fall into enemy hands.
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask any questions you still have.
Iron Tomb can't affect the real world just yet. Don't worry. Himiko and the others are more concerned about...
Mr. Don Hung did not enter the new world with you at the end of the last cycle. No, the flow of time inside and outside Amphorius is not identical. 1,000 years in this world may only be a fleeting second outside of it. Conclusion. He is on his way back to the Miss March's situation is rather Madame Herta and I can detect her signal, but cannot ascertain her location. What we can be sure of is that she's still in Amphorius.
Don't worry about her. She's absolutely chock full of mysteries. If Amphorius explodes, she'll probably float out perfectly protected in a...
I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze can create miracles.
I'm not going to give any motivational speeches. I just hope you bring good news the next time we meet, little one. No, not little one. Deliverer.
Those two geniuses certainly have... It feels weird. This all feels really familiar. Some of that conversation feels like it's about things I... maybe it's because of Mem? After all, Mem's a memo sprite born out of your thoughts, friend. Maybe our memories somehow got tangled up together. Never mind. Let's focus on something more important with what little time we have. Just treat me as an ordinary girl. Like calendar 3960. I remember that Talanton had already fallen by then, and the Chrysos heir who inherited that core flame is named Cyridra. That's what's recorded in history, and the period we'll be heading to. We'll need to find... So, we've at least got a solid direction. Can you give me a little bit of time before we go? I want to pack some stuff. There's so much more I need to take care of in this form, and I'm still getting...
A relaxed scene like this probably no longer exists in the outside world. Should I head to the attic to wait for Cyréne? Or should I have...
Hop.
This is where Finan's life started. After 30 million cycles and 30 million failures, his burden... He said I will be taking over the responsibilities of world-bearing. But what does that mean? Becoming the new Kefali? Calm down and think this through rationally. This is going to be a very difficult campaign. We can't lose Kefali's core flame. And we also need to find either Talantin or their demigod. Then convince them to join us in the fight against the destruction. But there are so many unknowns. We don't know what Lygus might be doing. And we'll have to face Iron Tomb after dealing with him. There's also Cyréne. There are so many questions. I'll have to take it one step at a time. But I must make...
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I decided to just bring these few things in the end. See? There's a journal, a quill pen, and the ceremonial blade of the priests of time. Holding it calms me down for some reason. The scent of the black tide is now calm. Finan
Muslim rituel.
will be fighting them, and this will be Amphorius's final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us. It'll be the beginning. Friend, are you ready to become? Just treat me like any other friend you have. We share a common, and we may also share a common future. A future that has never emerged in any other cycles before. If you still can't get used to it, just call me Mem like you did before. Are you worried that the burden is too heavy for you? Don't worry. Maybe the answer isn't as complicated. You've seen how every person regarded as a hero in Amphorius was nothing more than a flawed human. They were just but those aren't coincidences. Just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius's fate. A person's personality is their destiny. Your own hero's journey already... Stand with me? Why don't we take everyone with us? I believe in you, friend. We'll never be alone. In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, you should be used to being called a hero by now. Maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. That way they can... Let's trailblaze onward like before and create a future that's worth being remembered.
It seems you two are prepared to head out. Then you should indeed treasure the view before you. For you do not have much time left to enjoy. My apologies for disturbing your moment of repose. To fully express my apologies, please grace my so I may demonstrate the full scope of my
What?
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world. All shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
On est dans un truc de l'érudition là.
Dawn device never fades. Capula's protection.
After I cross this river,
Les Zélans, bon on l'a jamais croisé les Zélans.
for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
This is the intersection between Amphorius and the real universe, the audience seat where I observe this experiment. You can also call this location
L'exomite.
Exomyth. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. People love to portray the romance of the starry skies, but their tale, the moment ancient antikytheons sketched geometric shapes on the sandy beach and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parch erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written by I simply wish for you to understand that I have devoted myself over the long years to nurturing the scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the prima mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive Iron Tomb will be completed. That will not be affected by my plans, your resistance, or this, in other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry out its natural course.
Et pourquoi je devrais vous faire confiance?
You've always had a choice. You can either accept my
Et Amphorius.
They've always been the product of the experiment. That outcome was predetermined long ago. Ah, yes. The real identity is quite astounding. You are indeed worried about rest assured. As a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul. Long, but you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation, and I happen to be one of them. The Stellaron? No. Believe me, your understanding of this matter is of grave importance, so please, do not make your decision. There's a 1 in 3 chance of elevating you to an unparalleled. I now see the full scope of the determination. You may now continue. It seems you haven't realized something about this. The exolith is the erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me as negotiations have broken down. There's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Of course, this meeting was not without merit. Your presence has inscribed. As for its purpose,
100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed, and enemies descended with Kefali's eternal slumber. Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the pleas until the heaven and earth cracked open. Not the gods answering the people's prayers, but a Ledon cloud's spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the Legion's commander stood atop the broken idols and
Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dying gods. Those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to stoke fear in your heart.
a Chrysos heir she stood. Divine blood soaked into the earth, quelling the flames.
Their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Mine shall over...
Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires consuming the entire city. She raised her scepter high.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemy from Kefali's dawn. Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory.
The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a fish in the sea. The people, full of wrath, surged with her, forming a colossal wave.
Onward to Marmorial Palace, to Dawn Cloud's heights. Announce to all the
We are the rising tide!
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found it was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Cyridra. Friend? Are you listening, friend? Honestly, you were the one who insisted on reviewing history. Wake up! Awake at last? I guess I won't have to use my wake-up magic on you then. What are you murmuring? Still lost in the past? We've arrived. A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly and also the end of the first flame chase journey. Indeed, the first flame chase ended with the trial of law. We must find the demigod and gain her trust before the core flame is restored. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from—
Tyrant! You and your butchers are not welcome here. Hold your tongue! Conspiring with criminals and plotting rebellion are crimes punishable by death.
There are multiple voices. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe from the shadows?
At least the Noans keep their faith.
Wait, isn't that...
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods. Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and see what your atrocious act...
What? Did he just mention the stars beyond? How is that possible?
Ducks for Goris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantan can deliver this world from misery.
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
You...
Talantan is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence!
What gives you the right to judge a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, I conquered. Ducks for Goris, take the ashes of this man and scatter them in the temple among the crowds.
Bon, quelques soucis de encodeur.
Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Yes, Imperator.
Now, these two accidental guests. Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
Not the kindness you know. This is the leader of the cleaners in this era. Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the shadows, hindering the flame-chased journey. Moreover, I know that the 27th person to inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second flame chase journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy,
Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to...
For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flamebearer who ends wars, Tyrant of Dawncloud, Empress of the Holy City, and Imperator of the Flame Chase. But in light of your unique identities, I'll allow you to address me by my real name, Cyridra. On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer.
If I may, how do you know his identity?
As the little hostage prophesied, the deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes, skilled in wielding a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
Your orders, Imperator.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates. The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akama knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later. Please follow us.
This is not what the demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us. And she knows of things beyond the sky. Even eons. How could this be so different from the previous 30 million Amphorius cycles? Who altered his... I
Moi.
wish. But other possibilities. The currents of time have become twisted. Regardless of who caused this, that Imperator came...
Quand ça a explosé là, ça s'est peut-être mélangé avec nos souvenirs aussi.
We might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the Holy... We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akama will certainly respect you more. Just put that to good use. Should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened in this cycle, we'll be... Exactly. Tribbie, Aglae, maybe even little Cypher. Calm and confident.
Guests, please.
Il devrait y avoir Mydei aussi.
Starts with a single step. Let's set off, my friend.
Hail to the Imperator! Hail to the Golden Heroes! Hail to the Deliverer!
Told you, you're the headline act. All this...
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated.
Castrum Krennos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market.
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux Gladiorum will take you somewhere to settle down for now.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hycelens, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator, as well as the Knights Commander of the Archaman Alliance. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the Amphorius shall break its chains and reach the world beyond.
With all due respect, what exactly do you know about us and...
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express my own views to you.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please come with me and rest now before the meeting later.
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of war.
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design, in order for it to serve as a sanctuary from the birth. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes. When the
Hycelens. No wonder she's the Knights Commander. All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves. Since there's still some time before the Alliance meeting, let's explore. Not the ones you're familiar with. But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never changing.
How are we supposed to talk to the heroes of deliverance?
Virginia, don't be so nervous. Once they hear your poetry... heroes, greetings. I am Apollonius, the Dux Helcolithus, one of the 5 sages of the grove of... This is Virginia of Castrum Kremnos, the Dux Carminum and Imperial
hello. I'm Virginia.
I'm Cyréne from Mydei Silicii. This is the Deliverer. Nice to meet you both.
They're not as frightening as the rumors claimed.
This is our first time in the Imperator's realm. Akima is even more magnificent than we imagined. If you all weren't here to look after us, we'd be completely lost and confused.
The Akima you imagined is long gone. Under the Imperator, this city has been
Bask in her free-spirited winds. For anyone who fulfill...
Those who are loyal do not need to consider the consequences of betrayal. But if you're curious, why not head to the lake? Those elders who lie at the bottom of the lake are the best example of what happens when you disobey
The elders of this cycle were all... Looks like that priest who was sentenced to death wasn't an isolated case.
Dux Brumalis, our great Imperator, found the mastermind and executed him in public. Seeing that scoundrel burn to nothing should deter these miscreants from being so...
So the great Imperator isn't afraid of getting her hands dirty? What a ridiculous display.
What do you know? No matter what sins the people commit, they are still the Imperator's people. Our distinguished trespassing get.
Seneca, the Dux Brumalis.
This Dux Brumalis doesn't seem to like the Imperator very much, but she holds a high rank. And Dux Vergoris' speech seems... Let me see what I can get out of them. I'm Cyréne of Mydei Silicii. This is the Deliverer Beyond the Sky. We're new here and wanted to ask you, does this city host any other visitors from beyond the sky?
Drop the charade. But yes, there is someone in this city who is all too familiar.
Silence! The Imperator ordered us to keep that lord's whereabouts a secret.
Enough, you pathetic lapdog. Do you need to beg for permission from the...
Someone who is all too familiar with the world beyond the sky. Looks like things are getting heated. Let's get out of here.
Oula. Ça a sorti les lames.
Aggie, you're still so listless today. Did you have trouble sleeping?
Yes.
We know. The Titan's prophecy haunts you. If you want, you can talk to us, just like when you were young. No matter what, we'll always remain by your side.
I know. I also understand that fate cannot be changed. It is not the future that I worry. I spent all last night weaving clothes and linen for the refugees. The Chrysos War is born of injustice and has shattered their dignity. They deserve at least some basic decency. If Anthorius one day abandons this, then all of us, commoners, Chrysos heirs, Titans, become no better than beasts. Oh, we have guests. Welcome. I am Aglae, the Gold Weaver. These rags on you are not worthy of the title of Deliverer. I must prepare some... First time? That's not what I gather from your eyes. Does your Aglae differ so much from me?
Greetings, Deliverer from beyond the sky. We are Tribbie of Anaxa. Although introductions are probably unnecessary. We know you've witnessed the future of the Flame Chase journey even more clearly than we have.
Witness the future of the Flame Chase journey? The prophecy.
Indeed. Orynyx reshaped Amphorius through the prophecy. Although, regarding the Deliverer, there were not many details beyond your appearance and the time of your arrival, so please, don't worry. Feel free to relax. It was Orynyx who told mankind that the Deliverer from beyond the sky would descend up.
More crucially, they revealed a future entirely different from the Aranova. Though we still must challenge the gods. In the Time Titan's prophecy, this path leads not to a new world.
This is also what the Great Imperator has been striving for all her life. Your arrival further confirms everything. Even you find this surprising? Fate. Really?
Perhaps the upcoming meeting will hold even more surprises.
Little fish from beyond the sky. Did you rest well? The Imperator and the delegates are about to arrive. If you are ready. I'm the Knight Commander of Akama, General of the Flame Chase Army. But beneath these shiny scales engraved with complicated titles, I am just a swordfish at the Imperator's side. As you've witnessed, she is the Empress of Akama, the one who ended the Chrysos.
Donc avant c'était Aglae qui dirigeait un Pokémon. Là du coup c'est elle.
As merely a humble subject, the Chrysos heirs here constitute the elite among the.
Par contre on a recommencé un cycle, mais j'ai pas l'impression que pour autant on soit dans le passé. Compliqué un peu.
And Dux Carminin, Virginia, serve as the army's advisor and Dux Frigoris, Labinas, and Dux Brumalis, Seneca, are both formidable warriors. Dux Fatorum, the holy maiden who interprets the prophecy. Only the one named Tribbie remains in the city. The Imperator once took them as hostages in order to unify. Dux Goldweaver, Aglae. Well, she dislikes it when people talk about her behind her back. Then come.
I'm starting to feel a bit nervous about the meet. Since Saridra is presiding over the meeting, it'll be a good opportunity to learn about the law's inclinations in the current era.
Good sir from Paphos, what do you think the Imperator is planning calling this meeting so early? My homeland can't endure anymore.
Who knows? First, she wants to hunt Titans. Now she says there are even greater calamities.
Exactly. Chrysos heirs, deliverers. What about us ordinary folk? How much are...
Things feel pretty tense here. The history books said that the Imperator aimed 3 cannons at Dawncloud to make all the delegates obey her. Will history repeat itself in this cycle?
Yes. Similar acts have occurred, and not just once. Those are the 2 spots reserved for you. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, silence please. The Imperator has arrived before her faithful council.
Elle a du peu sur sa tête.
Is about to begin.
All right. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the Akama Alliance swears upon the gods.
Cease the pageantry. I pray not to the vanquished.
What?
Kefali, of course, needs no further explanation. As for the law, at the entry hour 2 days past, a scout should have brought news of the conquest to... Unfortunately, guards found his corpse among the rocks, not... Moreover, the poor soul was buried with a Paphos curved blade. It pains me to imagine what agonies this loyal warrior... Delegate from Paphos, do you have any insights?
I know nothing of...
The evidence is irrefutable, so there is no need to waste your breath. Witness,
Even within the most sacred and dignified council, there were those among us who wished to draw their blades, brazenly challenging the Alliance, seeking to shatter our hard-earned peace, and fortunately, I uncovered this plot. Now to protect this beautiful city and her people, they will escort each of you to the Temple of the Three Fates, where you will receive the highest level of protection the Alliance. Then, the Legion's warriors will join me in embarking on the campaign against Fagusa.
This is clear. Imperator, did you summon us here just to trample on the dignity of your
Things are starting to get pretty and...
Comrades, you've all seen her true face now. According to the ancient laws of Akuma, only with the consent of 2/3 of the...
The ancient laws. Didn't you destroy them long ago? You defected during the first siege of Akuma, voted unanimously in favor of the Council of Elders restructuring, and just yesterday, you desecrated them with a blood stain. The decaying old laws fell with Talanton and are no longer deserving of respect. But if you still then be silent and offer up the highest respect to this core flame in my hand.
That really is the core flame of law in her hand.
Since there are no objections, then the original agenda of this meeting, the campaign, the Flame Chase Army's hunt for the Ocean Titan begins today. In order to prepare for war, all allied city-states must surrender command of their militaries.
Oh, ça fait déjà 1 heure.
At this moment, I would also like to introduce to everyone the newest, the Deliverer, revealed in the prophecy of time, has descended from beyond the sky with his aid and returned Fagusa's core flame to the holy city.
Absurd. A deliverer from beyond the sky. This is just like that prophecy about slaying gods. It's a lie you've used to grow your... Ladon has already sacrificed countless soldiers, and now you want me to send even...
Are there any other objection? Then I bid you all farewell. Deliverer, please wait. I still have important matters to discuss with the two of you. I apologize for that farce of a meeting.
It must be tiring dealing with so many people every
Tiring? Moving chess pieces, placing wagers. This game of strategy adds a dash of color to our heavy fates. Much like...
Is the war with the Titans also part of that sacrifice?
After I glimpse the secrets of this world... No, the secrets beyond the sky. The divine authority of... Let me ask you, Deliverer. Is it true that beyond Amphorius' sky, there are magnificent... The word fact has never been so intoxicating. Then, please tell me more. How will you use this great power to guide the people? In the future you envision, where will our flame chase journey lead?
Mon cher réveillé.
Oh? What you require now is the power of law?
La chose dont vous avez besoin, c'est faire de la loi.
Exactly. Just as the prophecy foretold, he is your deliverer from beyond the sky, and he also has reliable allies. If they can intervene in Amphorius's laws, we may have a chance to alter this world's impending fate and
Very good, Deliverer. You have courage. To say such presumptuous things, even knowing that the inheritor of the...
You mean...
In the past, anyone who dared to covet the Imperator's divine authority would have met a gruesome end. But now we can see beyond this. Our journey should no longer be confined below this stubborn sky. Alas, that fickle ocean titan has obstructed the spirit water leading to the vortex of Genesis, hindering my ascension. If the core flame of law cannot be returned, your path to deliverance will never be realized. Now that things have come to this, we must resume our once stagnant...
So, you agreed to cooperate?
Forgive me, but I never though I will permit you to join me as subjects. And together, we will forge...
This is...
the Flame Chase Medallion, a symbol of the Flame Chase Army. Every noble in Akama carries one. This medallion represents the will of the Imperator herself, and you may act freely within the city with it. Before we embark on the crusade against the Ocean Titan... Oh? Your advice is acknowledged. From this moment on, prove yourself through your actions. As long as no boundaries are crossed.
May your journey reach that sky full of stars, great
Your attendant certainly knows how to curry favor. Go now. Take a bath first. You two... reek.
Elle vient vraiment de dire qu'on puait là? Qui c'est? C'est toujours elle.
Come forth, Theoros.
Yes. Great Imperator.
Alors lui, c'est manier les mots, il va savoir comment l'amadouer.
Those two arrived just as Orynyx described, and just as you said, they showed a thirst for law. At least this proves that my judgment was right. Sparing your life was the correct decision.
You've once again confirmed that your wisdom is no end. Now another choice lies before you. With whom shall you ally to tip the scales?
Remind me again, Antikythera. What kind of future do these two paths lead to in your view?
I shall. You are entitled to know that the Deliverer from beyond the sky is not a wholly wicked being, but from the very start, his stance has been completely at the road they have chosen with Barry Amphorius, his grand aspirations. This world which follows the path of destruction will inevitably... But on the path I have revealed to you, the people of Amphorius will slay their creator in the name of the Imperator and conquer the... You will command the mighty beast known as Iron Tomb, bringing waves of...
So, what's the price?
The price is insignificant. All that is needed is for you to sacrifice that fragile... As a Chrysos, heir of the prophecy, you have already chosen to abandon it, have you not?
Off you go, Theoros. I have already made my decision. Once I ignite the core flame of law and burn away the old, outdated rule, Amphorius will embark on a journey across the star.
Elle est dure à cerner.
The Imperator is quite forceful. She didn't give us any chance, and she's clearly hiding something. What do you think? Looks like we're on the same wavelength. The atmosphere in Akama, it's so unfamiliar. And it's not just the Flame Chase Alliance talking about the world beyond the sky, but we should also discuss our findings with our friends from beyond the sky. Then we should go enjoy the renowned bathing. Work and rest are both important. You see, everyone agrees, right? Can't let our guard down for a second. Let's use taking a bath as an excuse to find a quiet corner. We can also check out what's happening in the city. We can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Let's go.
It's squishy. Let's have a break.
Bon, le chien est rentré. Donc le médaillon de la chasse divine, tout ça, blabla. Donc là, il faut qu'on aille dans notre terme privé, là, non? C'est pas ça? Est-ce qu'on l'a toujours, techniquement?
Oh, so many people! The holy city is so lively.
Did you hear? At the Alliance meeting, the delegate from Leyden stormed out and...
As expected. The Imperator is always hiding things from everyone. When has it not caused a ruckus?
Silence! That's... If it weren't for the great Imperator, you'd have sunk into the lake with those corrupt elders already. And you wouldn't even be alive to speak like this.
Oh no. It's the Imperator's loyal...
Let's go. We can't talk in front of this guy.
How... Oh, honored guests, we meet again. Looks like I'm not the only one who came to the baths to... For the upcoming campaign, please make sure to rest well. I am Duxtragoris, a trusted officer of the...
Another war? Ever since the Imperator took control of Akama, we haven't had a day...
Idle chatter.
The atmosphere is a bit tense, with rumors flying around the city.
My apologies. After every Alliance meeting, there are always some pests. I prefer to ignore them. Pests on the ground don't affect the sky in the slightest. Besides, the Theoros has already promised the Imperator her fate.
May I ask, who is this...
The Imperator has ordered us to keep his lordship's whereabouts a secret.
Ah, so it's his lord.
Stop trying to get things out of me. Leave me alone.
I didn't even need to try. Big and strong Theoros. What an... bad news. He's been staring at us the whole time. Let's move to another place for now. We don't know how much Ceridra has concealed from us. In the worst case scenario, we may have to face more than one enemy.
Est-ce que c'est le Okema et tout? Non, c'est pas le même. On est dans une sorte de donjon, on dirait.
A tyrant who...
You're absolutely right. While the Imperator's hounds are still hunting down others, let's let out our
You. I know you. You're that tyrant's lackey. What? Here to shut me up for that little imp?
Panicking now? Don't worry. I don't care what others say about the Imperator. And she certainly doesn't either. Oh? Children of the prophecy. Are you here to relax in the baths as well? The temperature is just right today, so be sure to enjoy it.
What? Children of the prophecy? Another excuse.
No filter, huh? You should be glad you don't have a seat at the... Ah, by the way, if you still want to bathe, hurry up.
Bon, on va pas stream tranquille.
Once that predatory fish joins the flow of water and eliminates all the fools questioning the world beyond the sky, you won't be able to enjoy this perfect water.
Seems like there's more to Dux Bermalis' words than... But would the Imperator actually kill those who question the world beyond the sky? This is the complete opposite from what we know of Akama. Huh. These two...
So many guests today. Two distinguished guests of the prophecy. One a clever and adorable one.
Heroes. I didn't expect to meet you again so soon.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Dux Helcalithist and Dux Carminum.
Je sais pas comment elle fait pour retenir les prénoms.
This...
She wants to find someone to help with research for her new work.
I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akama. I see and hear every single thing that happens in the streets. And enough small talk. Here's the latest news from Akama. As you request, the children of the prophecy arrived in the holy city, and the Imperator unilaterally stripped away military power.
I get the feeling you might have embellished a bit to keep people...
I swear on my stone maid, I would never do such a thing. But if you wish to quell this terrifying news, perhaps some more...
Never mind. While the influence of rumors can be minimized, the fact remains that the great Imperator did swiftly consolidate military heroes. I know the Imperator's way of doing things may seem a bit autocratic to outsiders, but I can't comment on the source of her loyalty. But when that blade is drawn,
The Imperator's blade. Is he talking about Miss Hycelens? I sense some unease in Dux Helcalithist's words. It seems the Imperator and Miss Hycelens... There are eyes and ears everywhere. Is there any place where we can have some To understand the Imperator's secrets, we have to get past Miss Hycelan's. This place was your original bath chamber. Perfect for avoiding prying eyes. Huh? The smell is... Wait, don't go in yet! Who's there? Oh,
Oula.
the little gray fry and pink sea hair. Little... You barged into here without warning. Was it an accident, or... What's wrong? The memorial pet.
Sorry, we didn't mean to disturb your bath.
It's no big deal. There's no need to panic. This is the natural state for me. People on land force themselves to wear clothes, adding unnecessary Forget it. If Duck's Goldweaver heard that, all right. Please make yourselves comfortable and wait a moment. Let me first wash off the blood of the hunt, and then I'll attend.
The delegate from Ladon has been assassinated! Quick! Quick!
Ah, the broken crab shell surfaces. I was worried it had been washed away by the current. Just a regular cleaning. No need.
I see. No wonder there was a faint smell of rust in the air before I even entered. Why? Is it because the Ladonians refused to contribute troops to the Flame Chase journey? Or
because the new era of the Flame Chase doesn't tolerate stagnant blood. For the ignorant masses who cling to outdated laws, only right now the rebel forces on the frontier are rising. And Ladon has been secretly supporting them. They loudly chant the slogan, "Return to the Air Recrisia," unwilling to... Thinking is a right given to citizens by the Imperator. I won't interfere with your thoughts. As long as you don't try to reverse the current of the times, you and I will both be free.
But, Miss Hycelan, I can't even hear the slightest hint of joy in your words.
Because I've already tasted ultimate freedom. Long, long ago, I lived in the sea. In that lightless abyss,
Bon, si on pouvait changer de scène.
Civilization's reach. The great fish consumed the small, and when the great fish perished, their bodies became sustenance for the newborn, nourishing the whole ocean. This is the tide that carries civilization forward. Anyone may be devoured.
Are you suggesting that ultimate freedom isn't...
I only mean that if life wishes to preserve its dignity, it must first be bound by... There's no need for me to say more, little sea hare. We're of one mind. Whether the Imperator's law can guide the schools of fish and lead us to a truly free ocean. But for now, let's pause this heart-to-heart. Another fish has come, following the scent of blood.
Being your subordinate is such a tragedy. I'm always having to worry about the messes you leave behind.
It's simply our duty to the Imperator.
All ready to go in an instant. Miss Hycelan's, you truly are impossible to predict.
Yet you, a golden trout who's always busy all day, suddenly have the time to visit me.
Do you think I wanted to come? I suggest you burn some more of the incense offered by our allies, lest my creations be tainted by the reek of fish. I'm only here on the Imperator's behalf to remind you to prepare for the banquet.
Fine. But I must retort. What you call the reek of fish, to me, is the unique fragrance of the sea. Besides, if my fine clothes get stained, won't you just...
I won't.
Is that how friendship is described beyond the sky? Fascinating. By the way, you both just mentioned a banquet. Could you allow...
Oh, right, you don't know.
Banquet.
Every time before a battle or after a victory, the Imperator holds a grand feast for the Chrysos heirs to lift our spirits. For us warriors who swim constantly between life and death, these feasts are more worth looking forward to than...
A banquet to prelude the hunt for the god of banquets, and honey brew as a tribute to commemorate the ancestor of honey brew. How absurd.
Don't look so grim. All has been decided. Since it's a banquet for Fagusa, why not take a leaf out of the Tidens book? Live in the moment and enjoy life.
I'm not as carefree as you. That little Dolus kitten is already causing enough trouble for me. And on top of that, I still have tailoring commissions to complete. By the time the cool flame illuminates my eyes, I might not be able to focus as I used to.
Aglae's up.
Curious about these eyes? People often compare them to jewels. But I've already made my decision to ask romance for eyes that can see everything. I wonder what this world will look like when I take the divine authority.
Des yeux qui peuvent tout voir, c'est comme ça qu'elle a fini aveugle en fin de compte.
In the future, you will still be the finest weaver in the world.
Is this also a prophecy from the three fates?
It's even more accurate than a prophecy. After all, he has already witnessed it.
Become a demigod and lose your humanity. That is the only reply I've received in the count, but Destiny's fragments are like stitches. Before they're threaded into splendid garments.
Aglae has always been troubled by the divine duty she must bear. Just as she knows how the spinning wheel trembles, I can sense the smallest changes in the damp air. As for whether we know each other well, I've swum beside her since she was a child. Most of the time, I can understand the whispers in her heart. For those words she was too shy to say herself, I'll raise a glass to you on her behalf. Rest well and prepare yourselves. After all,
Miss Cyphylens has given us the bath chamber. It seems she really does do whatever she wants. It seems that way. This also means she could return at any moment. So, let's seize the opportunity and report our current problem.
First, why that little empress with a candle stuck on her head didn't explicitly say it, she firmly rejected your request to take over the law. Fair enough. Second, Lygus is indeed in this timeline. But since he's somehow connected to that little empress, you have no way to find him. As expected. The road ahead will be long and difficult. It's all just a guess. What? Did I guess right? We've made some progress here too. But nothing to get too excited about. Our time is short, so let me summarize. Concerning the origin of that Intellitron, the firewall he created uses Contorsane algebraic expressions. But ever since Aiden invented the 9-worded formula, this kind of mathematical logic no longer exists in the cosmos. Lygus is definitely connected to the Genius Society.
Pourquoi sa voix a changé?
specialize in minding their own business and wouldn't intervene personally. But Screwy and I are still eliminating possibilities. Currently, the most likely candidates are these few. The Lord of Silence, Acha, oh, the two Ruperts are also possible. But it would be too boring if it were one of them. That's all I have to say. We'll depend on you to continue pushing things forward within this world. Keep in touch regularly. And remember, don't let your guard down.
Madame Herta is a real world. Well then, let's use the banquet Aglae mentioned as our next starting point. It's settled then. With our great teamwork. It's been a long day. We should get... Yes! Let's get ready for the banquet.
Au bosquet.
The venue's right ahead.
A manqué au bosquet.
And I can even hear
Bosquet de l'épiphanie impériale. J'avais pas vu ça.
Honored guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender.
This hero always brings down...
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do...
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate the books and quill pen?
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the right hands. I'm asking for all your items. Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately by dedicated...
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about a vague choice of word. It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. True. I had a feeling it would come to this. But I didn't... But listen, why don't we go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive anchor to be looked after? After all, if the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she probably already knows all about our whispered conversation with the geniuses, but think about it. That's actually... I knew it. You and I can practice.
Guests.
All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust...
Thank you for your cooperation. The Imperator has some urgent business. Why don't you head in with the other guests first and enjoy the feast?
Isn't Cyréne supposed to be the focus of the banquet? But she's not even here. Why is it so difficult to talk to her?
Is there anything else we can help you with, dear?
Hey, Labinas. I managed to get some honey brew that the scholars hid in the cellar.
I'd never refuse to share a drink with Dux Brumalis, especially if she...
Don't worry, dear guests. The banquet security won't be compromised.
I'd never get drunk before her.
This banquet has a never-ending flow of honey brew. You're welcome to
Thank you for the offer, but we're more interested in...
The Imperator? Who knows? Maybe she's hiding somewhere, thinking up weird ideas again. If you ask me, she's never treated us soldiers properly, even though we put our necks on the...
Hey! I can't pretend I didn't hear that, Seneca. Either retract your statement or duel me.
Fine by me. Attendant, bring us 10 more jars of honey brew. I'm gonna make sure he can't even stand straight.
You wish.
Actually, there are so many people, we wouldn't be able to find the Imperator even if she were here.
Aggie, if you can't get used to the honey brew, we will go ask for a pot and cook some oatmeal for you.
No need for that. This banquet is just too loud. And nothing and no one here is interesting. I just don't really want...
Lies! You were pretty energized when you came back from the bath chamber. Let me guess. Are you worrying about... You take everything too seriously. At this rate...
You're the least qualified to lecture me about that, teacher.
Dear guests, are you here for us? I mean, are you here for Tribbie?
No. I'm just wondering whether you've seen the Emperor.
The Imperator?
Our sovereign has always acted however she pleases. Though she gave us ranks, she'd never tell anyone her whereabouts. Perhaps the only thing she tolerates are chess pieces. And the sky reflected upon her crown. Why do you two look so distressed? That's not what the deliver... Why don't we have a toast? While we still have time for pleasure.
Then we will toast to the tomorrow that will set fate free.
Cheers!
Make sure we're watching the war tomorrow.
Hello.
Ah, so the Deliverer is attending this event, as expected. Little
As the great Imperator's historian, I'm responsible for composing poems and songs for everyone in the Flame Chase army. But I have no idea.
Little Virginia is wondering whether you can let slip a hint or two about her future.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Besides, we don't even know her in the future. But she'll probably get really disappointed if we tell her that. What should we do? Alright, I got it. We can't reveal too much, but I think it wouldn't hurt to start. Maybe use something like, with hope, I write down the tale of tomorrow for myself.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm after. I'm so inspired. Thank you so much. I feel like I can actually finish composing.
Hey, that wasn't improvised, you know. I memorized it so I could show it off to you. By the way, in return for that, are you able to tell us where the Imperator is?
The Imperator? She usually wouldn't arrive this early. She believes that rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations. Why don't we have a toast before...
Bon, en fin de compte, c'est fini. Je vais être pourri avant qu'elle arrive.
Great fry. A little sea hare. Please come over and share the delicacies of the deep sea with me.
J'arrive, j'arrive.
You two have been wandering around the venue as if you have something on your mind. Have the attendants not taken care of you well?
No, we love it here. It's just... we're a little
Don't worry. I know what you've been waiting for.
Oh la vache.
Come, sit with me for a while, will you? I'd like... See here? This is for Goose's dew of divine blood, the sweetest of all the 12 bottles. On the night before such a historical event, I'd like to share this marvelous drink with the Deliverer.
Doesn't this count as bringing in outside food? I knew that security check was targeted at us.
What's the matter, guests?
Oh, we're simply overwhelmed.
Are you worried that I might have poisoned the dew? Well then, See? It's completely safe.
I feel like Miss Cyréne wants to talk to us about something. Why don't we go along with her for now?
Worry not. Honeydew's not alcohol. It won't get you drunk. On the contrary, It can make your mind even sharper. Please, have a would you like some too, little Cyréne?
I can drink it myself.
How is it? Sweet enough? Calm at times, tempestuous at others. That's the taste of the ocean. It'll do you good to understand Fagoos's, just like how you're about to understand the secrets with now. Please turn around. Very, very quietly. Don't make a single noise. The dew of other gods all intoxicate humans, but the god of banquets dew is an antidote that can awaken humans from a sea siren's enchanting song. Since the start of this banquet, all the guests have been under the spell of my song. None of them can see the Imperator in that Fioros, but you two, I wish for you to see the truth.
Is this also what
This is my personal request. I can't. The Flame Chase army changed after he descended with Orynyx's divination and brought the prophecy of the stars to Akama. His seductive whispers harbor something malicious within, and will ensnare those of us blinded by ambition. You are the deliverers of the prophecy, and know about him far more than I do. Perhaps only you can find traces of the truth from his actions, or then we can show the Imperator the right path forward.
Oh, but isn't this acting...
Amphorius has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface. I am the Imperator's blade, and I must clear the way for her while remaining concealed in the torrent. Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword towards the true enemy.
Can you promise me something, Miss Cyréne? My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme. Our goals are aligned, but as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. I believe the Imperator will be able to tell right from wrong.
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on to her, provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is. Now, return to the feast. Bring this cup with you and keep your distance. Pretend you are still immersed in the sea siren, and I'll control the moisture in the air. That way, you'll be able to listen to sounds from afar, as if you are I wish you a victory in this
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure. Let's mingle in the crowds here. Relax. Relax. Try to act nat.
Where's the Imperator? Still not here. That little imp is always acting so high and mighty towards everyone. Whatever. Pour me another cup.
Though she has succumbed to drunkenness, she still does not dare.
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. She should be dismembered.
Do you often test the loyalty?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty. As long as one can prove they have value, I am willing to be lenient towards them. Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
The answer is...
Don't waste my time. Be precise. Be specific. I won't.
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law that sealed off Amphorius and decimate the forces beyond the sky that are trying to...
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the stars.
There is a federation of warships named the Cienzo Alliance. Warlike and old-fashioned. A cult named the Genius Society. Loosely organized. That so-called Deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe they can connect the stars through alliances instead of conquest. But history has already given them a tough lesson. There are countless other organizations besides, but when the Lord Ravager sweeps across the cosmos, they will certainly all bow before you.
The Achaemenid Alliance is invincible!
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe, then they may still have some value in testing the quality of my blade. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperator, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquests. Walk a little longer with me, Theoros.
I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Greyfly, a little sea hair? It seems like they're still talking. Get closer.
What a difficult situation. No matter how we position our forces, this battle against Fagusa will result in...
That's not something you or I should consider. The Imperator has already placed the chess pieces. We just need to fight for her until our last...
How astonishing. The commander's under you.
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them.
So, you have this super duper speedy rotation of destruction into Amphoria.
Oh, I got it. Oh, the one behind the research and development of this golden blood principle is Idonia's manager.
Oh dear, seems like you've met your match, partner.
I'm so full of inspiration right now.
What's the matter?
My apologies. I was just checking. And it seemed, let us continue our previous conversation. Regarding the soldiers fighting for you, are they aware of the price they must pay for the, if I recall correctly, you've already lost a bout against Talantum due to offering...
You dare mention my name alongside the word law?
Forgive my transgression.
Watch your words and actions. All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed. Even without the trial of law, they've already sworn to give their lives for my conquest. So if everything happens according to our agreement, how would you recommend I deal with that deliverer?
Good question. Do not let him fool you. That man from beyond the sky. Therefore, the wisest decision would be to hand him over.
You plan to torture him?
Calling it experimenting.
The guest's patience is running thin. I plan to remove the Fantasia and head into the banquet. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Theoros, and go back to Akama. You don't want to confront those two directly either, do you?
Indeed, it's a pity that Antikytherans are lightweights when it comes to drinking.
As I expected. That Theoros. Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last public address before we head off, and therefore, likely, the final chance to change her mind. I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you. You should head back to your seats for now.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
No need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my... The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual...
The Imperator's word is law!
Are you out of your mind, Dux Frigoris? The Imperator hates flat.
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against... However, it's a pity that I have never tested your... What does she mean? The purpose of tonight's banquet is not to raise our morale, but to establish which allies are... and sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before we march. Yes. Some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies. Now listen. These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight. Dux Gladiorum Hycelens. She used the sea siren song to immerse the crowds in an illusion and conceal her whereabouts. She then worked with those from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to...
Oh shit.
Imperator, I can explain.
Silence! Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once. Back at it was Kindness, the head of the cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against the Imperator under the shade of the olive groves. The people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the frozen, lethal fog, the people of Idonia said they would never bow to me. At the beginning of the myriad paths, the people of Yanisopolis said they would never bow to me. But now, they all lie silent. They know. If you have any last words, say them to the Imperator. Then, face her judgment.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not... If you are ready, then I'll follow you.
That's right, friend. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience. You think you can slay a king using your words instead? I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond the sky.
Let's watch our word. The prophecy that you know of, the Era Nova, spoken by Kefali, is nothing but a complete lie spun by Lygus. To fight that lie, a young man with the pseudonym of Finan lived through 30 million cycles of this world, all to save Amphorius from the end of the destruction. Cyréne, the young woman standing beside me, also carries an eagle. Iron Tomb is the ultimate end of Amphorius' destiny. It is an embodiment of pure horror that walks the path of destruction and can never be tamed. That is the only thing Lygus cares about. As for Amphorius, your glory and campaigns, he will most certainly betray you. When that time comes, all of us will be ground to dust. I have seen many beautiful worlds. The road chosen by the Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. That will never change. We will continue our journey until we have united the entire cosmos. Therefore, if you choose the way of the then I'll place your ambitions into the same basket as Lygus and smash them into pieces with me.
That was truly... All that needs to be said has been said. Dux for Gorus, Dux for Malus. Escort the traitors to the prison. Before the next entry hour, I will give them an end befitting of their betrayal.
Oh, great Imperator, your ambitions suit.
You're still here, Theoros.
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment, miss witnessing the fall of a nameless one. Or perhaps I'm waiting for you to give me an answer. Use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to ensure the deliverer's safety.
So you finally tossed aside your act.
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor. This banquet was where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me.
That's right. That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincere. All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised. And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to be. I can toss your words right back at you, like Kyrgyz. Why would someone as powerful as you pretend to be a mortal and kneel before? Unless you enjoy giving flattery and prostrating yourself.
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and had you fulfilled your promise of giving the law to me and completing the Aranova, then... Oh, but you broke your promise. What a pity. In that case, I must carry out
on va faire un spot.
the administrator. Factors such
Careful. What was that voice? Was it Oryx?
Oh non.
I found you. Be careful. This land will face disaster.
Ça marche, Seven.
The time of judgment is nigh, my lord. The prison I have built in the name of the erudition.
did not permit you to act. A ruler is the only one who can decide their subject's destiny.
But, great Imperator, what judges destiny is not the ruler, but gods.
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity. Moreover, dealing out
On s'est fait vanish. Où est-ce qu'on est?
the law, and the culprit is to be sentenced.
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap of... I fear you are still quite unaware of your currents. I am giving you a simple choice. To collaborate, or to be destroyed.
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed... You in fact cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you. Because of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysos heirs. The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
What magnificent foresight! I once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, yet as a mere mortal, how will you contend against the thief?
We are both slaves to hubris. But do you know what differentiates us, Lycurgus? I will never be blinded by my pride. If I wish to break the scales balance, I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own ends.
Finally, we get to meet face to face, Senior Society member.
I offer sincere acknowledgments for your many past achievements, but I must deeply regret your current perspective.
Trust me when I say that you aren't the only one feeling regret.
So you two are the allies from beyond the sky the Deliverer spoke of, and why he demanded the divine authority of law. Come and prove your strength to me. Show me the power of these so-called paths. I have spent much time and effort to secure this treasure from beyond the sky just for this moment.
In the name of the sovereign of planet Scrulum, your allies have responded to your call, esteem. Please allow me to spell the situation out for you, Lord Lygus. Permission to read the ultimate protocol is already in my hands. It'll only be a matter of time before we acquire the authority to write and execute commands as well.
There's no way the flame chase journey will continue after you've burnt your bridges so thoroughly like this. Do you really think you can still win? Huh, seriously. Don't...
I understand that a mere zero possibility does not equal, which means the same principle also. You will never be a match for me in a world constructed through Catorzean algebraic. Why don't you entertain this possibility? What if I reduced Akama to rubble and ground her people into minced meat? Would the heroes then once again desire the power of demigod? Listen. Iron Tomb is fated to be born. You may shackle me and put me in chains, but I have thousands. And what I just mentioned is only one out of those.
Mais du coup, nous on est où?
This doesn't feel the same as before.
Warning. 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 Warning.
Command.
Since we parted ways last time, I have modified the exomyth into an audience area exclusive to you. Now, oh, we always feel so powerless before fate. This could, in fact, be a wonderful opportunity for you. From the audience's perspective, in this place where time flows far slower. The answer concerning the pride, the total. Do you see me as there? I am certainly not. I have tried so hard to ensure. Oh, how I yearn to return to those days, but now truth has become the that arrogant eon was born from the primal mobile of humans' desire for knowledge. Yet they themselves sealed off humanity's. I must admit that the process, but you won't have to wait long.
Where time flows slower than within Amphorius. But how
Can you hear me? Little one.
is that?
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Hurry up. Put some speed into it. I can't keep. That old Intellitron overlooked one little detail. And Screwy and I find. Let's keep it short. While you were gone, well, in those few years, Amphorius. Yes, time dilation, resulting in an uneven flow. Don't you know this already? Let's stick to the main points. The Chrysos heirs activated the chronocognitive anchor and helped Skrullum and me open a hole in the firewall. We made some adjustments, so he can't attack us immediately, but it won't hold for long.
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Time is running out. It'll probably take a long time for Screwy and me to completely break this cage before Chrysos heirs have a full grasp of the law. To be safe, we'll continue to launch side-channel attacks on the system to give you opportunities to escape. You need to seize these opportunities. So start moving, and find a way to pull off the magnificent joke. We detected another...
Critical warning.
Its power is use the path's power. Make it detect you.
Unauthorized communication.
Is Herta saying a certain path's faction has arrived? I mastered the powers of different paths in my previous journeys. Are these showing my memories? With a Stellaron in my body, I woke up at the Herta space station. A world that'll give rise to a Lord Ravager would definitely draw the attention of the destruction. The Stellaron in my belly
Mon
is
bidou.
gonna be super, but what if I end up pulling in the Antimatter Legion or the Annihilation Gang? Can they really help? Failure is not necessarily a bad thing. I obtained the flaming lance left by the architects and gained... That's right! No matter how far away a planet is, the IPC is guaranteed to pay attention. Besides, even if I can't call up my friends from the IPC, the architects and the
Non, je pense que ça va être le souvenir, hein. Ça va être folie.
I received the watchmaker's hat in Penacony and declared war against the Order. That's right. The benevolent family must still remember me. Come, dear hat. I've put you aside for quite a few chapters already. Sing with Clocky.
On a vu clairement Fouli poser le regard sur nous. Moi je pense que c'est la clé, c'est la voix.
Warning, warning, warning.
Erudition's prison cannot stop us, for we lie outside the logic of come. Leave the cage of Logos. The mythos of Amphorius waits for you to continue its story. When that brightest star, that star hit a boat, so used to drifting, at long last. Oh, Pathstrider, we have helped you break free. Hurry and set off. The child of remembrance awaits you.
March, what's she doing here?
Oh, you're finally... We haven't seen each other for such a long... My good buddy, I've really missed you. I bet you were constantly... It's been so boring waiting for you in this place. There's no one to chat with, no internet, and not even anything to eat or drink. It's now the great hero is finally here. You must have seen a lot in Amphorius during this time, right? You gotta tell me all about it. I'm all good. Look at how fit and act. But let's get out of this spooky place first. This is not a good... Why don't you take me back to reality? A strange voice told me that I can enter Amphorius if I keep following this road. So, let's head off.
Why does not...
What are you standing around for? Do you actually like this place? Hurry! This door should be the exit.
Maybe my instincts are wrong.
Are you okay? Has it been so long that you're still missing?
Mais Marchevan a déjà traversé cette porte.
No. The discrepancy is getting...
No, he's not. Maybe never mind. Don Hung's super reliable. We don't need to worry about him.
No. The geniuses would have made sure that Don Hung made it back on the Express. Besides, the March I know wouldn't be so dismissive about her companions.
Huh? Isn't Amphorius the world of the Chrysos heirs and their hero's journey?
But Amphorius cannot be observed from the outside. She couldn't possibly know about the...
I guess you have there's no need to feel things out first. With as expected. A glimpse of memory is not enough to deceive the bonds of... In that case, there's no need for further deceit. You're right. We are not the March 7th you are acquainted, but we can send you back to Amphorius, as long as you are willing to help us. She's fine. This form was simply borrowed from your memory. We'll introduce ourselves to gain your trust. We are the Garden of Recollection. You should be very familiar with that name by now. Just as a reminder, while you hesitate, time is quickly ticking away in Amphorius. Working with us is the best way to stop the enemy of erudition. Erudition would treat any results unrelated to the experiment as garbage and throw them out. But we don't work like that. The Remembrance treats all these instances as important materials needed. Besides, this would be child's play for a great hero like you. Also, if your plan fails and the big bad Iron Tomb manages to get out, wouldn't it be better to have an additional failsafe? As long as you help the Garden retrieve what we want, even if Iron Tomb reformats everything in the physical plane, we can use Remembrance to reconstruct. So help us. Find where Amphorius's memory began, and bring it out. The Master of Anosrava has already glanced at you. Don't deny it. That storybook is the... Say, you aren't seriously gonna be moved by their pretty work. I am the one who commanded those little ones to lead you out of the prison. But I didn't expect to attract little gnats trying to take advantage of the situation. While Remembrance can help you return to Amphorius, there's no need for you to do it the way they want you to. Of course, there's also no need for you to make... For you, this is probably a long time no see. My dear. Shh. There's no need to say anything. I know. You have so many questions swirling around in your memories at this... Or do you need more proof? That won't be hard. Wait, stop it! They're awake! I'm gonna keep our first photo, alright? Won't come to pass while we're around.
And now,
The statue. Is that Donna's brother? Oh, did you hear that? She just called me, but my unlucky chamber is full of pain. We won't escape from it. Hey, are you sure? Maybe a couple of punches. It's as if they all happened just yesterday. I don't want to lie to you, which is why I will not use her name. The third month of Amphorius is the month reserved for the Veil of Evernight. So, place me into your memory using the name Evernight for now. I'm happy to explain more, just not now. We might have a lot of time to ourselves, but Amphorius does not have that luck. If we do not stop erudition and destruction, then the journey you've treasured so much will face the prelude to its obliteration. A countdown not in amber eras, but in days. So, this burning core flame, this footnote of a transaction, it contains hope, and the warmth of the entire world. Ripples of past reverie. She hid this fire in the long river of time, hoping that
Il
her
est trop
wishes
stylé.
would transcend time. Now, take it, and return with it, dear friend.
Return witness the time that stood still for the deliverer. And there is then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, and I will silently watch in a corner. I believe the wait won't be.
What exactly?
Keep going. Keep trailblaze for Amphorius. For you. And for the March 7th in your memories. Go forth.
Un petit toucher comme ça, téléporté. Bah, il fait nuit au Kema, bizarre. Il n'y a plus qu'Eiffel. Un fragment mémoriel. Oh, l'encre.
There's so much I wanted to say for our reunion. Yet now that you're back, there's only... Welcome back, friend. It's been such a long... You must be really confused right now, aren't you? But don't worry. The Deliverer can't afford to be lost, no? No, please follow me. And turn the pages of time and hear the word. I'll tell you the story of this 1000-year journey. That way, it won't just be my memory.
Cyréne, can't hear me?
Ville sainte perdue dans le temps. Ok.
The scenery of the past has resurfaced.
Time flies. 200 years have passed since the Deliverers.
We had to return 3 core flames of law, romance, and ocean to stop Lygus, but even so, Terravox has fallen. The 2 geniuses vanished without a trace, and Zeridra embraced.
Era Nova will come, and Amphorius will fall into the...
It seems the key to rewriting the end once again lies in the... According to the instructions left behind by those 2 geniuses, must get it into the...
We need to find a way to hide the cool flame. And we must buy enough time to keep Lygus at bay.
About that, Rini might have some good news. She had that dream again last night, but the Titan's voice was clearer than she said. Pass the flame into the...
Is that a prophecy from Orynyx? She chose to side with humanity this time and hide one of her kin's core flame. It seems Amphorius' fate isn't sealed just yet.
You're right. History has changed. Humans and Titans, perhaps a relay across the ages is finally about to begin.
Et je suis sûr que c'est du coup March 7. Il te temps du temps.
Calendar 3960. Cyréne, under the pretense of a campaign against Vagusa, sacrificed 500 Chrysos heirs. That same year, Cyréne the Imperator was assassinated, after which Aglae the Goldweaver took command. Thus began humanity's second... Come, this way.
Et Isilence. Je commençais à l'apprécier moi, Isilence. Moi je trouve bien.
The eternal holy city. What part of that eternity ever lived up to its descriptions in poetry? The Marmorial Palace lies in ruins. Countless mortal. It's time you learned the cost of refusal. Where is...
You really think you'll find it by raising that? Don't forget. You can't kill the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy because of...
I have never done... Which is why I now place my hope in the faithful citizens of Akama. Perhaps they'll give me what I see now then. I'll be cutting open your chests and using your scalding golden blood to baptize the masses. Allow me to apologize in advance. We shall...
Leave this to me, Lady Aglae. You must... No, Holy Maiden. What? His conspiracy won't succeed. Because romance is ready to make good on their promise. Its name is solidarity. You must escape with your life and carry word of my death to those still fighting. Then keep good, just as the Imperator lit the torch of resistance with her death. My passing will make this. Take good care of it, guide it to the future, and place it in...
50 years later, Lygus led his forces again to Akama. He charged directly into the Holy City and razed the Marmorial Palace. His 90,000 brave souls gave their lives for Akama that day, including their fearless leader, Aglae.
Go forth, Deliverer.
When the frost melts and the snows give way, the flowers will bloom again. You'll find me there.
So what you're saying is... Princess Homebuddy. She just left.
Since Cass has made up her mind, we can't let her resolve.
But... between staying in Akama and going to Styxia... what difference does it make when it's death either way? I'm against relocating. With Kefali's protection, isn't Akama far safer than that dead city?
doesn't involve any relocation at all.
Huh?
Like you said, Alchema is humanity's refuge. We never intended to get everyone moving to Styxia. It's just on Cass, Hycealans, and me to prepare the final trump card for the Deliverer.
Wait, what kind of trump card needs all three of you demigods to throw yourselves away?
We must lay down the path to the future, so when the Deliverer returns, they'll have a clear road to reach Styxia sits where death meets the ocean. There, with the combined powers of ocean and passage, we can summon a current that leads to the vortex of Genesis. And the demigod of death will forever guard that secret path until he returns.
We all know Lygus will set his sights on the vortex of Genesis.
That's exactly why we have to do this.
Guess I underestimated Idonia's Maiden of War. She's got way more steel.
And Cypher, we need you to head to Castrum Kremnos as soon as possible. By any means necessary, forge an alliance with Strife. The prophesized Crown Prince has already been born. He shall become the new defender of Alchema.
You don't need to worry about it. I just came back from Castrum Kremnos. Only a step ahead of the news.
Tribbie, something's flying towards Alchema, and it's really fast. What it's...
It's the Kremnoans. Their king.
With the protection of the demigods Tribbios and Cyphera, Alchema endured wave after wave of warfare. Though, soon after, Tribbios departed on a long journey. That same year, the Kremnoan king Euripon, along with his son, Prince Mydei.
Go on, and see you tomorrow.
Hmm.
Breaking me apart buys this world even one more second. And so be it.
But it's gonna hurt a lot!
Pain brings endless torment. But it can never destroy me. I believe that you were thinking the same thing when you stepped through the gate of infinity and jumped off that cliff.
Can't argue with that.
In the current situation, this is the only path Alchema has left. Split my soul into 5 pieces. Forge me, let the blade of strife hang forever overhead. Locked in battle with their enemies to the world's bitter end. There's no need to be sad, Lady Tribbios. In this life, my people no longer have to drown in false guidance. Kremnos has washed the blood off its fate. Euphorius no longer needs a god named Strife. So let me shatter the former loss and turn the Lance of Fury back into a weapon that protects the world.
We understand.
By the way, can you do me another favor? The 7 sages from Grove of Epiphany are already en route. They'll arrive in waves to join the resistance in a couple of days. He has extraordinary insight and fears no sacrifice. This soul-rending ceremony wasn't just my decision. It was his counsel. His wisdom. Watch over him. Carry on.
Through Anaxagoras' ritual, the demigod of strife split his soul into 5. Courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice. And the people held a 10-day funeral to mourn their fallen god king. And through his sacrifice, humanity was granted to...
Stylé.
Keep moving forward. My blood will pave the road ahead for you.
Keep moving forward, little Gray. See you tomorrow.
That seamstress wasn't wrong when she said a lie needs more lies to keep it together.
Reason and trickery. Never thought we'd be the pair to finish this final setup.
Can't catch that Tin Man without your little slides. Besides, this is our last shot. Not the time to be...
Don't oversimplify it. Lygus just found out Akima's been an empty shell for the past 50 years. He's bound to be furious. At this rate, he could have done anything.
That's exactly what we want. Rage blinds even the brightest minds. Doesn't matter how much of a genius he is, the principle still holds. You trigger your alchemy with a boom, and turn him into a caged beast.
Easier said than done. You still have to pass yourself off as the deliverer without anyone catching on. And you really think a human alchemical array can bind a godlike being? That's just...
What? Getting cold feet? Or... you just don't believe? Just tell me straight.
Of course I can. And it'll be child's play. But I've got two conditions. Since this is the final act, if we're doing it, we go all in.
Oh!
First, shift the battlefield to the vortex of Genesis. It would be more convincing if the deliverer were to appear there. Besides, the vortex is cut off from the world. No place in Amphorius makes a better prison.
If you pull that, wouldn't our deliverer have to face-take Lygus?
That clash is inevitable. All we can do is create more chances for him. The vortex belongs to Fagusa in the first place, remember? And there happens to be a demigod of ocean, Lupaisilan's in. Let her join the final act. I'll transmute myself into a philosopher's stone and embed myself into the formula. And when the time comes, she needs to shatter me and scatter that stone's ashes into the ocean within the vortex.
Huh. I guess people weren't wrong when they said you're insane, Grove.
I've got no idea how to outwit a reclusive genius. But making an anti-Catheran suffer? The demigod of reason has 10,000 ways to do. And what I just mentioned was one of them.
So what exactly does your formula do?
Now that would spoil the climax. By now, Hyacinth must have completed the Sky People's ritual. Since that Theoros loves a good performance as much as I do, let's make sure he enjoys our show to the fullest. As for how the Deliverer will complete the Era Nova, well...
It was the last battle known to the world, initiated by two demigods least suited for war. In the end, reason and trickery kept their word. At the cost of their lives, they sealed Lygus within the vortex of Genesis.
Oh, ils ont coincé.
Go forth. Finish the greatness left undone.
Quit overthinking! Just run! Keep running, and that'll be enough.
Maybe it's dead quiet here. Akima will stand eternal. Miss Cypher's lies. But it's alright, because all of us have hope when the Deliverer returns. No matter where he is, sky will turn clear, and a rainbow bridge will rise. Cyréne, this arduous relay is finally nearing its end. Now? No, that's not quite. After all, it was you and him who lit the first spark of this journey.
La lame.
I'll tell you the story of this 1,000-year journey. That way, and I'll share the moments I spent with you, with everyone. That way, The path we walked becomes a memory shared by all. People will know that there's nothing left to chase. Amphorius has already welcomed the dawn foretold in prophecy. Just like I said, this won't be harder than the last time. I wonder what kind of expression you're wearing right now. Probably the same as always. If I have the chance, I'd love to see it again.
Ah, elle n'est qu'un souvenir.
It's really been far too long since we... Someone as sharp as you must have realized by now that this isn't reality, but as the last link in the relay, I will return to the Temple of the Three Fates, tell Orynyx all of our stories, and bottle every page we've written into the little flask, and then may it set sail in peace, drift down the river of time along with the court. Just like the first time we met, right? Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, time has always stood on humanity's side. This is the only way to make sure that the Era Nova won't happen before you return, and the only way I can safely entrust the completed final flame chase journey. After all, the new world will be born from your memories, and the protagonist. I believe you will never let us down, just like always. Do you remember when Finan sent us back to the beginning? When you and I got separated? But in the end, I returned to you. That's what memory is. It may wear down and fade in the river of time, but it never truly leaves. When that hidden corner of the heart is stirred, so don't worry. Let the 33,550,337th flame chase journey become part of you too. I've gotten a lot better at it with the experience from the last time. Next, you will head to Styxia and find the Vortex's entrance guarded by the demigod of ocean before charging toward the final battle. Don't worry. I'll be with you. All of us will. Even Finan. We'll stand.
Même Finan.
So say a short goodbye.
Je fais toujours partie de ce monde.
Just like we promised at the start. Toss away all unnecessary worries and troubles, and bring our smiles into.
The last baton. I wonder how long you'll have to wait before passing it on to him.
But, Cyrie, what if you wait and wait, but that hero never arrives?
That won't happen. Because I know that no matter how long it takes, he'll definitely return to this place. We can't let him down.
Tout arc-en-ciel.
Sky shall rain rays of dawn for you.
May romance be with you on your journey.
And reason grant you enlightenment. Let strife bestow you with inspiration.
Trickery ensure your success.
Allow death to protect your soul.
And at last, let passage point the way forward.
Well, time will remember the Trailblazer's journey.
Oh, Styxia avec la route arc-en-ciel là. Déjà Styxia de nuit je la trouvais magnifique. Alors là ça va être...
Is this Styxia? I need to find the entrance to the vortex, guarded by the demigod of
Long time no see. Generation after generation of Chrysos heir heroes have tried to defy fate with them, but alas, fate can never. Reason and trickery may bind my flesh. So the demigod of ocean, the ducks gladiorum, high sealens sought, but alas, it was all a hopeless dream. That warden fell before I did. True, I can't. You should have heard of this fable. In a shadowed cave lived a people, imprisoned from childhood, and chained so that their legs and necks are fixed, forcing them not to. Behind them is a fire, and before them loomed the stone wall of the cave. To them, that false play. Yes, I'm trapped in the cave. But I know it's all just a fleeting illusion. And now, my deliverer has come to defeat me and save this world. You'll be the one to unshackle me and bring the king. Of course, I don't mind waiting a little longer. Let me guide you through this.
Un peu corrompu on dirait.
I hope you'll watch the stories of this fantasia closely, only by feeling it for yourself. The meaning of... To your unshakable resolve, I can the prisoners in the cave learn to see the shadows and echoes for what they... Look, the fire projects the face from her memories. An actress.
The dark tides flood the sea, and our kingdom.
Fear not. Our queen has gone to the borderlands. Show.
This is the scene when the Chrysos heir of ocean was born. At that time, Kozlana had suppressed the black tide's rise, but he was unable to...
Listen, I heard Electra's voice. She's...
Electra?
Let's go. Her voice carries the queen's command.
To keep the black tide from threatening the ocean, the queen gave her all, body and soul.
Born of the queen's chalice.
Islands.
My sisters, you're finally here.
Of course, Electra. Your beautiful melody drew us here.
Her true name is Electra.
The queen summons us. She must be near exhaustion.
Then what do we do? Will our seas...
Son vrai nom est Electra.
Don't worry.
Et pourtant elle est physique.
We shall lift the chalice in her stead to catch.
Such tiny titankins. And that naivete.
Bon, j'imagine que cette zone-là... Ouais, voilà. On pourrait y retourner pour farmer. Enfin, pour farmer, pour explorer. Il y a combien de coffres ici? 31. Pas mal. Oula. J'ai cru que mon jeu avait crash.
Oh, Fagusa, our noble queen.
My little fishlings. You swim with such joy. I once believed I could drink the black tide dry, but...
Mother, worry not. We're all children of the sea.
We'll take up your mantle and drive back the black currents.
We'll mend your sacred chalice and take it.
My little fishlings. When the spear of strife falls, you may retreat, and I promise you, on the surface, the city-states will hold a feast without end in your honor. This is the last gift I can give you.
Oh.
Fagusa sank into the abyss, with the chalice shattered, their intoxication spilled into the black sea. Sirens followed one after another, hunted, keep watching.
Et lui, je veux pas l'écouter. Hein.
Clinging to the past only blocks the way forward. Why not let time build a bridge to the future?
Ah si, il fallait que j'appuie là-dessus. Ok, je crois que j'ai compris.
Can't get through. Looks like I'll need the miracle on the way by.
Ending was written long ago. Even you cannot rewrite it. Just like this poor chandelier.
Is that all?
Electra! The fiends have gnawed my tail. I can no longer swim to the far seas. Electra! The black sludge has soaked my fins. I can't dance with you anymore.
Sisters, don't give up. Remember the queen's promise of a feast in the sun.
I haven't forgotten.
I dreamed of a shining city.
I dreamed of children placing garlands.
But what a shame.
The sea sirens were tainted.
Farewell, sisters.
And so, only one sea siren remained among the snow. Most of that journey was in vain.
To reach the spirit
On l'écoute.
I'll need to call
Ça me dépasse.
on the power of the chrono vessel.
At last, the chalice of plenty is holy. I am freed from endless toil. I bore my sister's dreams upon my back. Took on a graceful hue. My fins became legs. My scales became. But when I stepped onto land, only silent death.
When she fulfilled her wish, she only found Styxia to have already hopes and promises.
I am a sea siren. A vessel. How am I to go on? In a world drowned in shadow.
Nihilité.
Fagusa.
Lonely blade, I shall grant you everything you seek.
J'ai entendu la voix de Herta. Ah non, c'est Cyréne. Je crois que c'était Herta.
You quelled the wars alone and forced strife into retreat. This swordfish that commands thousands of legions, whom does she serve?
Yes,
Sovereign who follows prophecy. I am no one's sword. I am just a woman.
Then how about letting the sword dance for me? And letting the violin sing in my name? Tell me, what is it you seek?
All I want is a feast where I might both.
Such a demand is trivial with the sovereign's authority. I'll grant you a banquet worthy of conquest and comrades to... But night, you must offer me your heart.
My heart?
Yes, a loyal heart that you were deceived by gods and drowned in the ocean's darkness. But now, I will leave.
So be it, noble monarch. The law you proclaim shall govern. So be it, noble monarch.
And thus, in her
Noble monarch, I've cleansed the foulness from the road as you commanded.
My blade, you've helped me ascend and take the crown.
What I desire is the same as before.
Look, I've prepared you a grand banquet. The finest honey brew and tributes of...
Fish are drawn to light by nature, for the deep sea knows only gloom. Now I found a flame. It may scald and burn, but it's the only light.
Come, let us join the feast. Perhaps.
Have you heard that the Imperator's about to begin a new campaign?
Her glory. My faithful subjects, tonight born from our golden blood is an unstoppable colossus.
Great monarch. I've heard the universe teems with...
Fear not. Before the troops of the destruction, such rabble is no more than cosmic dust. Surely there's a planet draped in oceans out there in the stars. Once I cling, and to the rest, your triumphs will not go unrewarded. I now raise your
Sea of stars! Sea of stars!
Conquest, come now.
Where's the way out of this illusion?
Come quick! Let's celebrate together!
Noble knight,
Mhm.
you are truly a blazing spark. It is my honor to share this...
Noble knight, you have earned victory with your blade, and you have every reason...
Noble knight, with the sovereign now enthroned...
Noble knight, your...
Then drink we shall. In the deep sea, I never knew what fire was. But when I set foot on land, it scorched my fins, made me feel pain. Ignited an unprecedented hunger that flickers in every hero's heart.
Look! The monarch herself has taken her seat!
Hear that? The court sings her praises!
Come! Join us and praise her glory!
Oh, fuck.
One
Merde, c'est quick.
eye of hers sees glory. The other...
And yet, she cherishes the...
as they say...
But the brave face death.
On the eve of war.
Ça, c'est de l'histoire, mais je la trouve pas forcément super intéressante.
Riding it like currents across the cosmos. Planets after planets flew the flags of her crown. Realm after realm was ignited by her. As the final resistance fell silent, story ends. Tell me, visitor. In this dream, after all, beneath that still surface, like it's time for me to wake up from this drunken dream.
Oh shit. Je dois aller où?
People once cheered for the cosmos.
Before the Sovereign's conquest reached its end, her life and ambition had already been swallowed by This is the true ending. Her grand designs torn apart by and the one who struck her down. The one who struck her down was her most loyal gladius. I don't need to explain myself. I wandered the shore, found a flicker of flame. I don't understand. If the ocean's feast, the Imperator's dream, and when the Deliverer returns, I will let this absurd celebration come to an end. But Greyfry, I can't help but wonder how I dearly wish this feast of the flame chase.
It seems she sensed your presence. The Fantasia's foundation. Let's return to the prologue. Remember the allegory of the cave. As you've seen, when she cast off the light will blood.
Je sais pas si elle dure longtemps cette quête là ou pas. Il me semble que l'autre avait été plus courte.
Walked the 13 million histories. 1,000 years is a mere atom in a grain of sand to me. And I swore to bring an end to the erudition. Now, please use the power of time to open the gate to the oceans. That palace reflects the heart of the dead. An ugly history. Long buried. I'll wait for you at the heart of the world to reach the place.
Beyond this door lies the path to the vortex of Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Now step away from this false banquet. And then onto that bloody stage. The palace that worshipped the ocean, the sanctuary connected to the vortex.
Moi j'allais dire tout est en ralenti on dirait.
Exuberant song halted the passage of time in this, the twisted time and space reflect. And so, the Emperor.
Oh shit.
Stay away from Apollonius. Dux Hakalithist. We can't give up.
crois que c'est le premier combat qu'on fait, hein. En temps de la démonstration de personnage.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
Voilà, 101 de crit, c'est bien.
Dead souls, return to dust.
Apollonius, look. I chased that. I think. It's okay. I'm glad.
Ah, such an even as the foundation of the world crumbles, the heartless Imperator still. During the first Flame Chase journey, the Flame Chase Legion stormed Styxia. Tens of the hell before you is the
Apollonius, look. I chased the enemy away.
A painful past, yet hidden all. Two discarded data clusters. Relive the history, then
Ouah, c'est stylé.
What a wretched way to die. The Flame Chase army, devoured by war. Look, the cruel Imperator and her Knight Commander, the pitiful Warden. What a perfectly matched duo. Raise the bridge and cross the river of...
Imperator! Imperator! Did you see my gallant deeds, Imperator?
A sovereign and the sword at her side.
Imperator, what?
You're here, Duck.
You ordered me to seal the sea route and handle threats from the rear. So why didn't you wait for me to return? Why send the vanguard ahead and let them die in vain?
Die in vain? No, you're wrong. Their golden blood won't be spilled for nothing. The other Duke...
The trial of law? You never spoke of this to anyone.
The one who wishes to bear law must purge this world of its curse, and offer the blood. I pondered long on what Talantin meant by blood of the accursed. You, I, and every Chrysos heir summoned by the prophecy are the accursed ones. Just like that arrogant Theor. Dux Frigoris, Dux Brumalis, Dux Helcalethist. Their fate was sealed at that moment. Dying on a
You speak as if they didn't die because of your cold-blooded schemes. Was their loyalty meaningless?
Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey, among which even life. If a subject marches to war without that conviction, then yes, as you said.
And what about my loyalty, Ceredra? You sent me away under the pretense of guarding the rear. Was there...
Because you still have a duty no one else can bear. Only you can uphold the good. The choice is yours now. cast off the chains of loyalty and drive those blades through my heart. Or stand with me and sever the ocean's last breath. If you no longer share my vision or believe in the new law I seek to weave for Amphorius, the Imperator of Amphorius may be ruthless and cruel, but never a liar. When I say life itself holds little value, know this. I am ready to sacrifice.
Now you've seen it. The brutal Imperator was willing to spill the blood of 500 humans. I'm no storyteller. I just want you to witness the monster. You jest. I gave up on you, but I won't squander a chance. Not even that my victory is up. Now that the past is settled, let's turn the pain and dive deeper still.
Et bon, je vais lui péter la gueule, j'en ai marre qu'il me parle. J'ai pas envie de skip l'histoire parce qu'elle est bien. Ah, c'est au ralenti encore.
It was here that the prisoner who thinks herself the prison warden witness. Listen, Dux Gladiorum. I've lost count of how many times you've stood here.
You talk too much for a prisoner like Kyrgyz.
Two geniuses who defy law and all the Chrysos heirs who sacrificed themselves. And as long as my will...
Don't get ahead of yourself. I still have ways to chain your divine soul.
Please, do surprise me. It was here you gorged out the core flame of ocean from Fagusa's body. It was here you and that Imperator both complete. You drove your blade into her heart. A loyal subject. Oh, but if that's the truth, then... come to think of it, perhaps...
Your calm does stir the rage in me. As if the one paying the price here isn't you, but us.
That's only because I've waited 13 million lifetimes for my vision to be real. Loneliness never once showed me its fatal side. In fact, for a prisoner of the cave, it's more like... But you're different, Dux Gladiorum. Loneliness has crept from...
You're right, Lygus. Loyalty, curse, the fall of my kin and this. I can't break free of the whirlpool that.
Oh, deliverer from beyond the sky. My, or.
I don't know. Cyréne, this will be the last time I carry out your decree. Ever since you took me under your banner and made me the Dux Gladiorum, my music has belonged to others. Time and time again, I use the siren's song to... Now, let the siren Electra sing for herself. Oh, great ocean. I offer you the rest of my clarity and my freedom in exchange for the strength to stand against the nihility and honor the...
Ah, c'est nihilité. J'ai toujours cru que c'était nihilité.
Deliverer from beyond the sky. When you ride the current of time and find your way here, you'll hear my solo. By then, I may still be lost in my self-wrought slumber, but I'll uphold my part of this long relay and guard the shackles that seal. Do you still remember? To awaken someone from a siren's voice. The gift I once gave you, may you still... When you return, please pour that honey brew. It holds the story of all our struggles and sacrifice. When your morning ends, I'll likely wake from my dream as well. And together, we'll bring judgment upon the sinner who defiled the erudition.
At long last, 33 million. The shadows within the cave gave.
Et ta gueule!
Yet all they did wasn't.
Enough! They were no shadows. Everything they did shattered the darkness of this cave and unearthed the core flame of Trailblaze. And now, with that core flame, I'll light the dawn of Amphorius!
Do you still choose the will of the I do not agree with that answer, but I respect as an apology, and in the name of Theoros, who saw all destinies in this world.
Pitié, pète-lui la gueule.
And then let us face each other and decide whose flame will rise with.
Ok, c'est tous les...
To Virginia.
Through a brutal in the shimmer.
Terravox. Aglae, Castovis, Mydei, Tribbios, Cypher, Anaxa, Yacintia, Electra.
To Aglae.
In a relay spanning, and in that same 30 million.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait encore là, ce gros connard? J'en peux plus. Il me saoule. Un coffre.
This world and I shall halt here until we meet again.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Oh. C'est la première fois qu'on le voit comme ça, l'œil de la Genèse.
The last demigod. I'm here.
Go forth for the hopes of humankind.
Go forth for the duty of deliverance.
Go forth for the belief in flame chase.
Go forth for the golden blood's glory.
Go forth.
Oh.
Seems like my feast is over. It's now your turn to perform.
L'œil de la Genèse. Avec la flamme divine de Képhal qui manque.
Little Grey Fry, please. I was the only one left after the world was destroyed, and I maintain this lonesome feast with my songs. I have prayed to that lightless sea for centuries, hoping it would reply. Thankfully, you arrived as promised, and everyone's wait was...
Elle était trop bien la cinématique.
To see a single trace
C'est fou, on a été enfermé 5 minutes, ça s'est passé genre 1000 ans.
was already my greatest consolation. When compared to those who have been forgotten. Now, you and the heroes have waited for this moment for far too long. Let us use our...
Oh, prisoner of the seas. Theoros, show yourself. The deliverer has returned. And the time of your
I see an awakened human who has mistakenly taken fallacies as truths and has returned to the cave to try to bring his friends. Alas, prisoners will always be prisoners. As the only other existence with free will in this world, I express regret toward your choice, but I shall retain your right to express yourself after. I eagerly look forward to it. The last dusk this world will ever see shall be the Amphorian demigods use every ounce of their strength. My cognition resides in the exomyth. It is pointless to defeat my avatar, projected into the experiment.
How can a character in the play fight against the audience? Caslana failed. The demigods' sacrifices were pointless. I ask of you, where? Confusion and epiphany always go. You must be very confused about why you could not get
an ordinary Intellitron? Cut the pretense, seniors. We've torn off your meticulous mask and figured out Amphorius' true form. It's part of the primordial prototype machine, the first scepter ever created. In other words, a detached part of Noos's...
That's why it has the potential to destroy erudition. As for who would be able to control the Eonic system to rewrite knowledge, only one person has ever managed such a...
You better have an explanation for the society. We want an actual answer, not another prolonged metaphor to cover up the truth. Why are you the one doing this? Answer me.
Since things have reached this point, I'll give you two irrational. The answer is obvious, so there's no need to say that name out loud. The cosmos made a mistake in calling me a genius. I do not possess more wisdom than those who came after me. I was just the first to touch upon the universe's. Amphorius is a miniature of the cosmos, where all are born prisoners inside the nutshell called the universe. Like the madman who returned to the cave, and I led them into a lightless cage. I created a mechanical god that even I cannot control. And then they became an unparalleled nightmare through they bore the name of erudition. Yet they tried to define the known and to seal off all possibilities. No new rules were ever born after that. Therefore, as my organic life neared its end, I coded my consciousness using 14 algebraic expressions. As for Lycurgus, he is
What an astounding strength of will. As a fellow pathstrider of erudition, I fully understand your obsession with seeking the truth.
Therefore, you surely see it. You cannot possibly.
However, I hereby speak for all sentient life forms. We will never allow such a...
You can pile on your metaphors mountain high, but they won't change the act you're committing. The iron tomb out there in the cosmos is still a technical beta version. And yet it's already powerful enough to corrupt the life logic of all inorganic worlds. In other words, when the Lord Ravager within Amphorius becomes the next knowledge singularity, there's no way you wouldn't have grasped the consequences, first genius, is there?
Of course, I am fully aware. I don't mind answering. My grandiose vision for the future is this. Whether organic or inorganic, every act of any life form infected by the Iron Tomb will be Omega, what I call. Then, within the infinity nurtured by that constant, a new universe shall. As the first prisoner to awaken in the cave, I must lead the others who are blind. Do you understand me now? As Caslana stated, destruction. It is revolution through complete annihilation. And the grand...
The Amphorians already answered long ago. Be it as tiny fish destined to be swallowed, or as a giant whale poised for a magnificent... We will all fight against fate till our last breath. That includes me, Electra. Once the Imperator's subject,
Now the deliverer.
Oh, such. I will also show my true self to you on this moment. Thus speaks Genius Society #1. Xandar 1 Kuwabara. The Intellicate, there's no need to rage against the truth. The value, as for the process of solving it.
Et figurez-vous que tout à l'heure je me demandais quand il parlait des génies, quand Herta parlait des génies là qui pouvaient être derrière tout ça, je me suis dit le numéro 1 c'est qui? Mais de toute façon c'est Lion le numéro 1, ce serait logique. Ah, on va enfin se battre.
Careful. This is Lygus's true gift.
Come on, I choose you.
Et évidemment, faiblesse physique.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
Oh, il a 5 barres de vie. On en a entamé une. On a le pourcentage total, c'est quand même bien.
Remember that.
Dead souls, return to death. I see it. Target the connector between the left and right. To stand down. Is it coming?
Sachant que depuis le début je joue sans le buff de Tribbie. La musique elle est trop bien. Bon, j'imagine que c'est pas fini, qu'il aura plusieurs phases.
All is futile. In erudition's calculations, the end of the saga is simply a comment awaiting deletion.
I don't like such a cold statement, okay? If numbers can decide the end of a story, then we can surely also pen a new beginning.
On n'a pas fini le combat.
What do you think?
If your hypothesis of Lygus' identity is true, then even if we remove the restrictions of the ultimate protocol, the chances of us defeating him in a head-on battle will still remain lower than the acceptable. Therefore, victory will still hinge upon Miss and Miss Cyréne.
Go on. Maybe we're thinking about the same.
Lygus' cognition resides in the exomyth. He is both an instigator within the experiment and the observer. Logic. His inspiration circuit can simultaneously process the different time flows in...
That's where things get tricky. He simultaneously exists in two different timelines, where the internal clocks are wildly different. That old Intellitron's neurons have completely gotten used to that over this prolonged experiment. You and I should be able to manage that too, if given more time. Unfortunately, there's no if, and we don't have more time. That's why we need to change our way of thinking and turn his advantage into a weakness.
The key lies in memories, right?
Oh? You caught on quick.
You've already mentioned my friend and I, so it's an easy connection to make, no? My intuition has always been very on point.
Good. Then I'll cut to the chase. Since his thinking speed far exceeds that of normal people within Amphorius, we are going to externally plant a memory into his instant, then command it to loop endlessly until he gives in.
Even the most flexible and sturdy inspiration circuit cannot withstand the traffic of a full-on information.
That's when the parallel processing advantage he gained via Amphorius will completely He won't be able to do anything. But watch, as he's locked into this prison.
Then we can entrap him in the same kind of cycle as the heroes were in, and get him to experience loneliness and pain in that endless recursion. It's my greatest honor to be on the same page as
That little one is still in that old Intellitron's hands, and won't be able to respond to us anytime soon. But I don't think he'd refuse. I'm not sure how this happened, but I knew it as soon as I saw you. You are currently a mimetic entity.
Yes. I seem to be something you folks beyond the sky call a memo sprite. But that's fine by me. It suits me perfectly. I can serve as the vessel of memories and do my part for the...
But before that, we have to tell you, the path characteristic you exhibit is very special. There's no way you're just a simple memo sprite. However, I'm sure about one thing. You are a mimetic entity born in Amphorius, yet you only awakened with the little one's arrival, and only matured as he embarked on a path of remembrance. That means your existence is completely attached to his memories. If there ever comes a day when he forgets about you, for even a few seconds, or loses, then you must be prepared for the worst. You will disappear in the memory zone, utterly gone.
But that's already happened, hasn't it? No wonder I've always had a weird hunch. But that also means I was right in thinking. As long as my friend and I are together, we can do...
Ouah, c'est très blanc ici.
Long time no see, friend. Did you miss me while you were away? Same here. I've been waiting for you for 1,000 years.
1000 ans, mais je l'avais dit. 1000 ans.
For the
Deliverer's return? You probably already knew about the genius's plans for that memory. I had to hide really well in a corner in time so Lygus wouldn't find me, and wait for the right opportunity. Which is now. The moment when his manifestation in this world is destroyed, and his twin timelines are intersecting. I'm sorry for keeping this a secret from you all this time. I'll tell you the entire, unedited story of this millennium as an apology after this is all over. But for now, let's join hands and complete the final step with the power of the remembrance. Yup. By the way, speaking of joining hands, can I please do something before we go on stage? Remember the joke we made back at the Grove? Look! Aren't my hands pretty now? What a fascinating feeling. Like countless memories all swelling up at once. What about you? What did you feel when you touched? Really? That makes me really happy. If memories can move people. Now, please remember what you're feeling right now. Right memories you want to treasure will never fade away. Even if immersed in the long river. So, if the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, just reach out and touch it. It's like reading bedtime stories together at night. It wipes away the chill. Now, I'll carry this power with me. And for a little while, I must part from you. As I step into the long cycles of this world. Give me your blessings, friend. Let that bright future be. Then, I'll leave it to you.
On fait une boucle du combat. Mais au lieu de refaire stupidement la même chose, on peut pas essayer de faire autre chose? Merde.
All plays are like this. Once you're on the stage, it's hard to return to the audience. Welcome to our story. How does it feel?
Mon cheveu me patte.
Even the authority of time cannot command the entire scepter, nor can it plan if this was so system function. Those
You guessed it right away. As expected, I'm gonna keep doing what I just did if you don't stop, you know? Which means you are now trapped, Lord Xandar.
An elegant idea, and an exquisite execution. Regrettably, it is you know that patience is my great... You will crumble before I do in this moment stretched out.
Now I'm a pink bug? My looks are seriously changing all the time. But you're not wrong. We're definitely not gonna solve the problem if we just... So that's why we never wanted to do that in the first...
I shall answer your confusion purely out of my respect for those who came before me. Have you heard of the synesthesia dreamscape in the Asdana system? Interestingly, that place once life forms living in that environment, abundant with memoria, have a chance to connect their perceptions with each other's. Even across greats in Asdana, people made use of that phenomenon to build a nation within a dream. After adding in the catalysts of
Is that how you walked into my prison cell? Using those...
I would much rather call this location our negotiation table, Lord Xandar. Nonetheless, your hypothesis is correct. We happen to both have an astonishing amount of resolve, which I'm sure you can testify to. I am also sure that
I'm the best at listening to stories, you know. I'll leave the exciting clash of the erudition to you two geniuses.
A brainstorm? I like it. And it's 2 against 1? Well, let's talk, Xandar. Take a guess. How much do you reckon we can dig out of your brain before the next second? And how many ways can we find to deal with you? Besides, in your current predicament, there's no way you can take our trump card away. Go, little one. Go.
Lycurgus... It seems you had conducted a secret. In that case, go. I shall send you off with my song, Grey Fry.
Elle flotte mais elle est par terre en même temps. Bon, moi, il va falloir que je chiale.
You have completed your duty. A new dawn is about to rise. Why not swim towards it?
You died long ago, Imperator. Depart from my mind.
But your duty towards the Imperator did not die with me. That duty will bind you no more. You will be able to hold for yourself one grandiose feast after another in the endless days to come. So go. Go and swim towards that ocean beyond the sky.
Is this?
A page out of that sidekick's book. I commanded her to gift this page to you when everything finally reaches the end.
What's on this page?
Memories. Lifelike memories. That sidekick found me after the bloody feast 1,000 years ago and showed me her diary. I saw within that notebook Is this that deliverer's experience? It's truly immersive.
People beyond the sky apparently utilize this power to seal past scenery into crystals they call light cones. But I only know so much about the remembrance. So
Oh, les cônes de lumière, c'est des souvenirs. Oh.
I'm all ears. Go on then.
Got it. I'm sure you'll.
A direct offensive?
flex.
Ouais, je vais arrêter là.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while longer?
Ok. Bon, ça vous a donné aussi plein de succès. Ouais, il en reste plus qu'un, ça veut dire qu'on est plus si loin que ça de la fin. Ok. Mais je ne peux pas continuer. Si tout va bien comme je le veux, demain soir je pourrais peut-être stream. Et du coup on finira ça. Je pense qu'il me manque plus grand chose. Donc ouais. C'était vraiment bien, la quête était... Et génial. Toujours perdu dans les temporalités. Ça c'est... C'est un peu... chiant. Parce qu'un coup t'es dans le passé, puis après t'es dans le futur, puis tu reviens au présent et c'est un souvenir et... un peu chiant. De tout bien comprendre, mais... une fois que tu comprends tout, c'est vraiment, vraiment bien. Tac. Je vous mets le lien donc, du Twitter pour être averti des lives. Je poste toujours une annonce sur Twitter. Je vous mets également le YouTube pour avoir accès aux rediffusions de live. Donc la rediffusion de cette quête sera sur YouTube. Et il y a également... normalement, il y a une vidéo qui est sortie. Si je dis pas de bêtises. C'est le comment build de l'ouvre d'argent. Yes. Donc voilà, si jamais ça vous intéresse, avec son nouveau stuff et ses nouvelles stats, après son buff. D'ailleurs, vous pouvez faire le choix de jouer ou pas le buff. Je vous conseille de prendre celui de l'ouvre d'argent avec clairement une grosse upgrade. Celui de Kafka, j'ai du mal à me rendre compte. Mais il est quand même bien. Tac, tac. Donc voilà. Twitter et YouTube. Et sur ce, j'espère pouvoir vous retrouver demain soir, vers 20h, pour finir ça. Voilà. Sur ce, passez une bonne journée et à demain. Ciao, ciao.